Hey everyone, Malu here with a quick video about me and my big ideas and their Create 365 Happy Planners. So in this particular video, I want to focus on these two planners and a comparison of the two. Now, me and my big ideas has a total of 5 planners, and definitely go check out all the videos here on YouTube. There's a lot of reviews and pros and cons videos here on YouTube, and they're awesome. Go check them out. But this particular one is I want to focus on the internal design of the planner. I'm not sure which one has which layout, but I know these two obviously are the different ones, and the comparison is now. So let's get going. So for the month of August, actually for all the months, the dashboard will look like this. The only thing that will be changing will be the colors here. That's part of the calendar. You'll always have the past, the current, and the upcoming calendars, and then you'll always have the birthdays for that month, special events for that month. Oh, it looks like it's hair, but I think it's a pencil. Sorry. Important dates, things to not forget, and goals for that month. And one thing I do love about this is that this has kind of like highlights for the month. For example, I know like September, it has Labor Day and Patriots Day, and they'll also have like the date that they're on. And I love that because if you don't want to write it on your planner, you already have it here as a shortcut, as a quick reminder. So that's awesome. And the difference with that is, so I gave this planner, this is the very first planner I purchased, and I gave this one to my daughter. So yes, I gave this one to my daughter, and that's why there's, she started customizing it herself. So this one, again, the months in this planner are all going to look the same. They're all going to have this, just changing of the colors of the calendar portion. Again, past, present, and upcoming. And then now, oh, and this still will also have the birthdays and the important dates. But now you have this whole section here that's, I like to say, is like current events or something that's going on in your life right now. So, for example, we have reading here, watching, trying, cooking, eating, how are you feeling? So however you want to interpret this as how you feel right now, or what you felt, or whatever you interpret this section, I love it. The reason why I did purchase this first is because I am when I'm being creative, whether it's my scrapbooking layouts or anything like that, project life, I'm always forgetting to journal. And so to have this already incorporated in my planner, I thought was awesome. I love that idea. I don't have to find anywhere else. And it's like already a list that's already there. So that's the reason why I love this planner, was for this. And then the next thing that's different compared to the other one is going to be I am grateful for section. So that's awesome. And then you still have that remember part, like I was telling you, the highlights things for the month. And that's the difference between those two planners. Again, this is a watercolor, and this is the Love My Life. So in the weekly layout, it's still the tri-rectangular system. And now they actually have, on their Monday column, you'll have mornings, afternoon, and evenings. And I like that because it didn't seem so bold like I've seen in past planners. But, as I started to play more with my planner, I guess let me show you here. So how I break down my planner, or how I use my planner, is I break it down into 3 sections. I have family for my first row, then my business for my second, and then social media for my third. And as I was creating, I realized I would always have to cover this up, which is fine, but then I realized also that I would only have so much space to write in each section, for at least for every Monday. And Mondays just seems the busiest for me, really. And so that already made me feel constrained. I mean, granted, I'm going to be being more creative at the whole planner, and I am going to lose space. But just that, knowing that, I guess the natural rebel in me was like, no, can't have that. Gotta look for something else, or at least, I tried. I really did try to make it work. So if you see some of my planners, some of my weeks, I've already tried to, I went and did it, and it was hard. It was so ridiculously hard to try to adjust and work with it. I did try, but eventually I ended up buying a second one, but that's not the only reason why. So as you see here, now for the Love My Life planner, the morning, afternoon, and evening is all across the board here, horizontally. And which is when I measured it from here to here, it's still going to be the same as here. So what they just did, if you can tell later on, that this ends up being a little bit shorter down here compared to this bottom here, a little wider or taller. So that's a big difference. Another big difference was the weekends. So with the weekends, like as you see here, it's already shaded for you. It's already colored in. So at a glance, which I love things at a glance, I'm a very visual person, I already know this is a weekend. So I love this. And with this one, I had put like a washi tape line here vertically, and that helped me distinguish the difference from, during the weekend to the weekend. But, just to see it again at a glance is the reason why I love this. And again, that's the difference of the two as well. Next big difference is going to be here, the dates. That broke the camel's back for me, I guess you can say, because the days of the week are all going to be all going to have watercolor in it, and I didn't like that. Whatever the month theme is going to have that color, and I didn't like that because, again, I felt I was stuck with that for the next 4 weeks. And yes, I could have put washi tape, but that just seemed something I would have to always do if that was the case, and write over because it's the days. So I'd have to add more writing, and I don't know. It just seemed more of a daunting task for me compared to here, where if I want to do that, I can. Where here, I felt like I had to. And yeah, so that is the biggest differences that I see between the two planners, the dashboard and how this weekly again is laid out. Now, they're still the same, where you still have designs on the bottom, whether it's a quote or like a washi tape design. You still have the colorful tabs for the watercolor one. This is a little bit lighter and dilute because it is watercoloring compared to the Love My Life, where it's a lot more brighter. And you still have the notes section here, which again I love because you can add more to-dos here or a contact or whatever you want. You still have the calendar here, the current month. So I love that. But yeah, that's the big comparison between the two that I saw that was important to share with all of you. From what I hear, I don't own one, but it's very similar to the Erin Condren system. And from what I've seen, it does. It has a tri columns and a rectangular system. And, the layout's very similar. But I like this because it's a lot more playful for me. And it's a lot more affordable. And I love it. And key point, it's customizable, which I love. I love adding things to my planner. I'm always changing things up. My life is so busy that I need a planner that'll keep up with that, with me, my randomness. And, as much as I love to be or need to be organized, I'm just as random. And I'm always sticking things in different places and not to lose stuff. And so that's why I love this planner. Here comes along Create 365, the happy planner. My happy planner, for sure. I'm able to customize it, and I feel so comfortable drawing on it, adding stickers, being really playful with it, adding, these are like my big ideas sticker from the sticker line for their calendars, for their planners. Even this is something that they have, and it's really cool. Kind of like a bookmark tab thing here that's also like a running to-do list if you want. But yeah, I wanted to share this part because if you haven't tried planning on paper, because even after my file of facts, I tried to use my phone, and my love of paper, I had to come back. I tried. It was okay, but being able to be creative almost daily and wanting to look into my planner to see what's going on, these planners are for you. I have to say it. I can never say it enough. This is just so fun. And again, what sold me biggest thing is the discs, the customizable disc. And again, right now, it's having just a little bit trouble closing, but that's because I'm adding a lot of things. But they do have bigger discs, which I did purchase, and I'm going to be changing up my discs. And it is an 18-month planner. I took out some of the months because, again, I didn't think I would be adding that much. I knew I'd be drawing, I know I'd be being creative with this and adding stickers, washi tape, and that would be great bulk. But I'm adding more stuff to it. So I'm going to have to get the bigger discs. But yeah, and since I'm on this page, I just want to show you, this is actually next week's page, and I'm having so much fun. This is kind of like an ode to the Warriors, NBA champions. I don't follow basketball as much as I follow football, but I want to put this theme because, again, this is last week's, and so this week they won the championships. The Warriors have not won a championship since 1975, so, excuse me. So I figured, what a great way to kind of what's the word I'm thinking of? Commemorate? Oh my gosh. I have to edit that out or something. To commemorate. There we go. That big milestone in their career, right? And yellow, was a good color. I thought would be good to go with that. And again, with all the superheroes, I thought that was awesome. Warriors. And then I also wanted to share this, is that this is also can be like a scrapbook. And that's what I have here, is a picture of my son, one of my pictures of him that I just love to tease him about. He did like magazine-looking picture, so I had to put that in here. And then, again, Warriors, I have Ninja Turtles. These are not quite washi tape. These are those Tifty tapes? You can find them at the dollar store or even at Michael's in the kids section. They're plastic tape, so you can't really just tear them off. You'd have to use scissors. But, I mean, look at it. They're still decorative, and I just loved how it adds to the theme. But yeah, so I wanted to share that with you guys because it's not only about planning, but again, it's about scrapbooking, it's about being creative, and this particular planner, my Happy Planner, I use like a huge post-it for me. All my to-do stuff I put on here, as well as, obviously my planning. I have bills, and that's what I have for my month. My month view looks like this, and I kind of go from here and I transfer that onto the next, onto the week. And a lot of times I have post-its here just because, as you can see, as much as I am random, I do love when I am able to be organized, and post-its help me do that. So it's not quite permanent, and that way I can transfer it here. But sorry guys, I know this is a much longer video than expected, but I just wanted to share with you guys that because, our lives are getting busier, and I wanted to share that with everybody, and not to be afraid of a paper planner. Nowadays we have our phones, but this is just as great, if not better. And yeah, just wanted to share that with all of you guys. And let me know if you guys want to see any more videos like this. Thumbs up if you like to see more planning videos or whatever. Or, again, just leave me a comment. Tell me what you think. And if you have any questions about anything else, or just tell me whatever you want. Oh, before I do forget, you can also find me on Instagram under mdelacrafts, or on Twitter under mdelacrafts. Alright guys, thanks for taking the time to watch this all, if you have. Appreciate your time. And don't forget, dream, create, and always inspire. Talk to you later. Bye.